Is a boy, Coach T here. I have the most successful trainees that I have, and she lose over 100 pounds, and she want to share her story with you, trying to motivate you to get you at a better place mentally and in body and in shape. Yeah, so today I just want to check out her story.
Good evening, everybody, or good morning, wherever you are. My name is Krishnae. A brief overview of who Krishnae is. I am a 32-year-old entrepreneur who loves family, and I love my business very much. I also fell in love with Herbalife and fitness and health overall. On a day-to-day basis, I am a full-time mom of 2 lovely boys. So my routine is getting up, being a mom, and then from being a mom, I become an entrepreneur automatically. At around 3 o'clock every day, I get my mental framework into the gym life. And so I get dressed for gym and I head on over. So here I am today. So as I said before, I'm a full-time mom of 2 boys. My first one is 7, second one is 2. I had both boys exactly 5 years apart. And so before having kids, I was like 185 pounds. So that's all my life through college and then start working. When I started having children, that's when I started to gain weight. Not sure how much weight I gained from my first son, but I eventually lost all of that. And then I went all the way back to square one, past square one. Fast forward to my second child, I was at 282 pounds when I started my journey. My journey began in 2021. Mentally, it started in March because I remember when my trainer asked me to come out, it was in March, but I didn't start in March. So I got my mind ready, and on the 29th of April, to be exact, that's when I took my first step. And I can clearly remember when I went out the morning, I said to him, "Sir, me no love crowd. And too much people there, so me no know where me go walk." Anyways, my upline now, he is also my trainer, but his upline, who is also my upline, that's how I call her, she walked with me. My journey started at Petersfield Health Center. We walked from the health center all the way to Roaring River Park. It's a journey that would take me, probably around 30 minutes, but then it took me over an hour because of how heavy I was. So I had to walk on my own pace. It was fun, but it was hard. But I never gave in. I told myself if I walked all the way to Roaring River and walked back, I should be able to continue this journey. Was it easy? But on the second day, I got up and I walked. That was a Thursday. On the Saturday, I went for coconuts at my grandparents' house. And somehow I rang my uncle. And I was a bit disappointed because I felt like, oh, me not can walk Monday, what will happen? And so I called my coach and I start cry and he said, I go pray for me and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, God helped me and I was able to walk the Monday. The journey never stopped. It continued. Of course, I came upon hurdles, but I never stopped. I never gave in. As I said, my journey started mentally. Why I say mentally? Because I remember the first time the question was posed to me about walking. I totally threw away all my confidence. I was like, no, we can't do this. My body not fit to walk. And, sir tapped into my mental space a little bit. by few words, and one of the lines that sticks with me to this very day is that you cannot be conformed to this world. And so then I realized that I lost my confidence, I lost who I was. But otherwise I would dress up, my hair was very short, and so I still felt like I had it all going on. And so, you know, sitting alone and considering on those words and some of the conversations that I would have had previously, I said I need to do this for me. And so when my anchor rang on that Friday, I remember when I said that to myself, that Krishnae, you need to do this for you. And so I never stopped. So that's one motivational aspect of my journey. The other aspect is I love boys. And so I became a mom of two lovely, lovely boys. And I just always wanted to be one of the healthiest boy moms there is. Because I always dream of my boys playing soccer or whatever the sport may be, and I always want to be that sexy, healthy mommy that will go and cheer them on. Because as I said before, I love family and I love my kids dearly. So of course, doing it for me was one of the biggest motivations ever. There was this one point of quitting that really stood out for me, and it still stands out because, you know, my journey is very fresh in my mind. I became a challenger for Herbalife because I am a Herbalifer. So when I started my journey, I started out by walking. However, my trainer thought it was very fit to plunge me into the challenging group. And so I did approximately 5 challenges to reach where I'm at. My third challenge, when I started my third challenge, that's where quitting came in. I was going through a lot because I had some personal stuff going on. But today I can say, thank God, I knew Jesus then, and I know him even more now. And so when the opportunity came to quit, I could hear that soft, still voice saying, no, you can't. But then I had my coach at the back of the class saying, please don't quit, you can't give up now. So that's how I really overcome this, because I had Christ in my vessel, he's still in my vessel, and I have a coach that has never left me any at all. His words of encouragement and motivation many times didn't seem to be what I wanted. But there's always this little time when you sit alone and you and self reason. And guess what happened? Your conscience is one of the loudest speakers there is when you're alone. And so conscience started to talking, I started to hearing stir in the back of my head. And then of course the Holy Spirit intervened and reminded me just who I am and why I can't quit. Because I am depending on me, my children are depending on me, and my team and Herbalife is depending on me. So I really couldn't quit. Herbalife is my family. When I started my journey, I started with 1 bottle of tea. I had the tea in the mornings when I would walk, and I would have another cup of tea when I have lunch, and then another cup of tea when I do the gym. So I would do 3 cups of tea daily. Now I'm down to 2 cups because I have somehow gotten my weight to where I want it to be now, so I don't need to do 3. But for the tea, we normally recommend at least 3 daily, because what it does is liquefies the fat and allows you to go to the bathroom and do away with that excessive fat. So that's the first step. That's one of the most used products in Herbalife. The aloe is my best friend, because when I started this journey, I had a lot of gas issues, and so I would use the aloe in during night times, just like for getting rid of the gastric acid on my stomach, and just basically helping me with indigestion. But then I learned that going to the gym, my muscles would be sore and irritated based on weight and the workout that I would get done. And so I would just go home, put the bottle at my head, have a little bit, and away I went. When I got up in the morning, I would put as new. No ache, no pain. So the aloe is my best buddy. I was here, so I can tell you. It starts with you. It really begins with you and what you really aspire. I was overweight, I was almost 300 pounds, and I'm sure if you look at my pictures wouldn't depict that. But one of the things that really allowed me to realize that I had to do this for me when I did my evaluation. I was almost 60 years old. Being a 30-year-old person, I was almost 60 years old. And the evaluation really made me feel very off. So I did my evaluation and I realized that I am a total different person from who I'm actually is. So I have to do this for me. So for you persons who are out there who are overweight, or you just need to lose a little bit of pound and get yourself in shape, I would say take that first step mentally. When you have taken the mental step, then the physical step becomes very easy. For me, I have Christ in my heart and He's a part of my life. Everything in my life, He's right there. And so it made my journey easier because I depend on Him and not of myself. And so whenever I have mental breakdowns and I go into a little mental space, He's always there with that still small voice to remind me of who I actually am. And so I can overcome anything in this world with Christ. So, mental check first, that's where it begins. And once you have got the mental check out of it, you're making your checklist, you go down to the physical step. The physical step is, I'm gonna change my diet. And by changing my diet, my health will become better. And by my health becoming better, I'm gonna need to exercise to keep it up. Because the journey is not an easy journey. But the truth about the journey is that we all need this journey. For me, I am a funeral director. I told you I'm an entrepreneur earlier, but my actual career part is a funeral director. Back then, people called it mortician, but now we say funeral directors. Funeral directors are persons who really take care of those persons in their last phase of life. And let me tell you something. Family members find the quickest money to bury their loved ones. But when you're sick, it's the hardest money to find. So I would encourage you today, take the first step in your health journey. Don't put your money down for burial. Yes, burial is necessary, but they'll find that money. Eat that money the best way you can. Get yourself in shape. Get your mind in shape, and everything around you becomes a brand new person. I am a brand new person, so I can tell you.
Yes, my people, I'm back again, and I just hope that story touched you and that you can be a better person mentally. And if you don't start this journey yet, I encourage you to start this journey now. Yeah, and if you're doing this right now, I'm just asking you, please don't stop, continue. Don't be conformed to this world. Don't settle for what you is right now. You don't want to be broken, fat. I want you to be healthy, strong, in shape. So be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, because that's where you start, in the mind. So when the mind is transformed, then automatically the body becomes transformed. All right, so bless you up, and I just hope that you continue. And if you don't start, get started right now. Follow me. All right, it's your boy Coach T. Sign out.
Hey, want your occasion to have that spectacular look and the touch of professionalism? Then Baltic Media has got you covered. We offer video and photography, live streaming, and Zoom hosting for your weddings, funerals, family events, and music videos. But that's not all. Got old VHS and audio cassettes? Want to get them converted to your media device all at an affordable cost? Then give them to us. Whether by land, air, or sea, we've got you covered. Call 876-892-3222. That's 876-892-3222. Remember, Baltic Media. We don't just take photos, we make memories. Baltic Media. All you ever need.